Let's go back though to what we were talking about with the with him saying that he felt like Joe was real in the streets, right? And that
Yeah, he had a relationship with Joe. I met him when he was his hype man. When Toom was Joe's hype man, going on shows, they used to round up right there, 167.
This is when FloJo was already out.
Yeah, he was doing shows for FloJo and all that. Toom opened up for him. He had a song called "I'm out of my head, my brain, I can't control it. I put my hands on my head and try to hold it. I'm out of my head, my brain, I can't control it." I still remember. So that was his main thing with it. He had like 10 songs. He had like an EP. I remember. So he was doing his own thing. So that's what I'm saying. He was his own artist. But we was full of clips, me, Sace, and Punt. So when he came with the managing shit, we was thinking about it like, I don't know about management. But he's just introducing us to people too, like the new, you know what I'm saying, niggas from TS and all that. But that shit was street nigga shit. But in that aspect of, we were still taking it like a fucking hobby. Like that was still a hobby for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't thinking we were gonna be rappers. Like me and Pun were just hanging around. Now I brought Pun to my block. Pun would come to my block. He'll stop off the ranch first, come to my block, down. We're hanging my block with Toom, and then out of nowhere, let's go over there to Forest. That's how that relationship when Pun started going to Forest with me and Toom. You know what I'm saying? Me, Toom, and Sace. We started going to Forest together like that. But it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when the introduction came later that I introduced it. I introduced Joe to Pun, like physically. Not saying that I'm the reason Joe knew about Pun. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying that, just for the first time ever, as far as like when Joe met Pun, I'm the one that was in the middle, and I'm the one that Pun told, let me kick around for him, and he kicked around for him, and he kicked that around for him. That's it. I don't think Toom wanted to, like Toom was always smart with the business and slick with it. I'm saying him and, niggas got the shiesty mind too. They do corrupt shit in the business. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got the old mafia tricks too. So, Toom is guilty of having some of them funny business tactics. So he was on point with Joe's mind. So I don't think he wanted us to get introduced to Joe yet without him doing it. That's what I think. And I think it played out to him being right, because that's when Joe did the old, you know what I'm saying? Snatch a rule. And snatched up Pun, and I think Toom knew Pun was like the diamond in the crew, and you know what I'm saying, like the secret weapon that would take the crew to the next level. Like Toom knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like he was more experienced too with doing shit with Joe, being in that field. We was still, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know too much about shit, even though I knew my brother was dope, and we felt all of us was dope. But you know what I'm saying? I think he knew that, and he didn't want to introduce Joe without. He don't want Joe to get introduced to us without him being there, and him being the introduction, which is only right because he's the one who put us inside that. You know what I'm saying? It's like to meet all these terror squad niggas from the street, and then we hung out with them there every day without being business, it was straight out of just these my niggas. These niggas is real niggas. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with these niggas, and they had love for me on some real gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything, shoot up. You know what I'm saying? Moving bricks and the fuck everything. You know what I'm saying? And just having a good time, partying. You know what I'm saying? Representing for the block. That was great times. So that's how we got united, though. But it's not like Toomey's got his own story. He's got the right to say his own story. He's not too far off of what he's saying. Just I would like to make little adjustments here and there with that when it comes to me and Pun.
But that's everybody's recollection of like different things.
But it's not too far.
Different,
it's not too
right?
far off. You know what I'm saying? I feel he's 100%. Right into that aspect, and that's the credit he deserves to get. That I think that he was able to relieve himself, like blaming Joe for, because that rivalry stood for a long time between him and Joe.
Well, let me ask you this though. Okay. So if he was down with Joe early on, right, when it was just they were friends in high school, through the actual Terror Squad streets, right, the crew. Mm-hmm. How did they end up having beef later on? Like Joe didn't want him on Terror Squad, or like
Joe's greedy. He feels like anybody like that probably he's seen that Toom had a strong mind. You know what I'm saying? That he had probably the same tactics he had. That he'll be a wrench in his machinery in the future. You know what I'm saying? He can't control Toom. Toom has his own mind. He pulled his own moves, and he don't want nobody to fuck that up. So he, you know what I'm saying? He wants everything for himself with that, for that sense. So I think that's what happened with Toom. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't like Toom the way, he was rhyming. He didn't feel Toom was a star. That was another thing that he always was his voice. Like, he told Pun that. Pun told us. He was like, he feel nothing, like, yeah, I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? I think he said it in front of me one time too. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we was just discussing things. I never came out disrespectful as far as like, nigga, you said fucking mash your toes. You got flojo. Like, you're not the best. Like, you're far from anybody who should be fucking even judging anybody. But I'm gonna let you slide because, hey, you were in the industry and you're already on. So that was my mindset. Like for a while, like, this nigga got nerve to tell us. But yeah, he's sucking my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here with my brother in this crib, me and him writing rhymes together. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we feeding off that type of fucking dope energy. You know what I'm saying? That would become the future flow. You know what I'm saying? That he would adopt himself and try to steal. And the future flow would change fucking the hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? So, me, Say Santoom was part of that. You know what I'm saying? So here goes a guy that tries to suppress that part, divides the group, for his own. And he has the right to do that. I'm not saying that for his own shit. It was destiny for us to stay together because Pun came and he put the hand out for us and he brought us along. He couldn't bring Toom along to the point next to Joe because me and Sage was next to Joe. Like Joe was still thinking about us, like accepting us. So we had to go through that shit of getting accepted by him, to be inside there, even though the crew had nothing but love for me individually, you know what I'm saying? But still you have to go through Joe to get inside that Terror Squad, inside, the music industry shit with him because he was the leader of that part. Toom, yeah, there was colliding. He said Toom, he didn't like Toom's rhyming, and he didn't like his attitude. He felt that Toom did him dirty or some shit that I think it was that Tony Montana shit. I don't know what, but I think it might have been that. You know what I'm saying? And you see, Toom played it up. But that's what now after I broke up with him because of our situation. I see how he did Toom. He starts throwing shit in the air that's not even true, but niggas might think it's true, so they stay away from you. You know what I'm saying? He starts throwing those type of fucking...
What is everyone's reaction when he doesn't want to rock with Toom and he's trying to separate Full Eclipse in general?
Joe Pun was very, very persuasive. With me, like, for me to get inside that circle with Joe and as far as rhyming, he was very persuasive with Joe. With Sace, the same way. He tried with Toom. Joe wasn't having that. He put the extra. It's like what Joe's doing that to me. Like you could make friends with 50, with fucking Jay-Z, but when it comes to me, be like, never. The same thing he was doing back then to Toom. So when I see Toom over here talking about, giving him props to him as it's real, why the fuck would this shit happens to me now? When motherfuckers supposed to be like, yo, my love for Cuban ain't gonna like me like Joe because he's a fucking piece of shit for doing that to him. He's supposed to feel like that, I feel. Because it's like, nigga, I felt like that for you. And I try to do my best to keep you in the loop. But believe me, that nigga, we always give him respect as the leader, Joe. So we're not gonna bring somebody might that it's gonna probably end up bad for them. Or they're going to put them in a predicament where, they get into an argument and then we all look stupid. And then we put in a position where we got to fucking stick up for Toom and then we all get kicked out of the fucking music shit. That was too early. So.
Okay, but to be fair.
I try to keep them informed, though. I kept them informed with how the things was going as far as, like, niggas still, niggas doing stupid shit. I kept them informed with shit. And he played his position. He started his own shit in Orlando. And that's it.